And we're celebrating Western New York and a big anniversary for a legendary entertainment venue in the theater district, one that's grown into a favorite among both concert goers and performers. Another memorable night as the Goo Goo Dolls came home to help feed more. Two amazing shows and an amazing venue. One that's celebrating a milestone year. 2 decades since Buffalo promoters Artie Quitchoff and Donnie Kutzbach took a huge leap of faith.
It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming, and it's hard to imagine. 20 years sometimes feels really fast, but at the beginning it was slow and it was scary.
Scary because while the building had great bones, they discovered what seemed like an endless parade of projects and repairs that needed to be done. Everything from the roof to the basement, audio to the plumbing, and now countless shows, events, and artists later, they look back with gratitude.
The fact that we've been able to achieve what we really hoped for in 2005 and 20 years later I think it's pretty special.
Gratitude to the music lovers who have come out and the bands who put themselves out there, many before they hit big.
The Jonas Brothers, I remember Donnie saying, man, the Jonas Brothers, they're really good. They were the opening act.
Yeah. And a big part of what makes it special is what made it special. The long storied history of the place. It was the town casino from the 40s to the 60s, hosting musical greats from Frank Sinatra to John Coltrane, Nat King Cole to Les Paul, and attracting the famous and infamous. Legend has it, Al Capone had gambling rooms down here in the basement. But it's that spirit and the feel of the room that endears itself to legendary musicians of today, like Mike Ness of Social Distortion, and singer, writer, and actor Henry Rollins.
It's small, it's hot, it's intimate, it's loud, and it's everything you would want in a rock and roll show. So
when you're standing here on the stage, you can look and you can see the person's face in the very back row. There's not a lot of rooms you can do that in.
I always found the way the stage relates to the audience very unique. And when I walked out there for sound check, I went, wow, this will be interesting. There's just something about it.
But recapturing that feel was no easy task. Over the years, the building had changed ownership several times. It was Studio Arena, then UB's Pfeiffer Theater, and finally the Sphere. And on top of all of that, it was rumored to be haunted.
It's the kind of thing where things happen here you can't always explain, and we sort of just let it go and say, yeah, that happens here sometimes.
They started by promoting shows at the Sphere, but were still not sure about buying the place. That is, until one artist in particular convinced them.
We had Patti Smith here, and then Patti afterwards. Dottie and I are both like, our 18-year-old selves sitting there like, oh my God, what do we say? It's Patti Smith. And then she starts telling us about the spirits in the room and how we needed to preserve the room and we needed to take over. And she basically willed us taking over the room because she was like, you guys need to preserve this club. You need to preserve this room. Wow. And we were both like sitting there like, oh, okay.
Okay, Patti Smith.
Okay, Patti Smith.
Congratulations. And it's your love of culture and putting on shows that kept you there for 20 years.